Hi, my name is Luna, and I'd like to welcome you to today's reading where we will be asking any being of love and light that wants to step forward, including those on your spirit team, what does your light look like to others? There will be 3 piles to choose from. You can take your time to do so now, and I will find you at the pile of your choice. See you there. Hello, pile 1. For your pile, we get the cards 44, Harvest, Gathering of Blessings, and 8, representing Divine Masculine, Electric, and Active Power. This is a new deck for me, so I wanted to pull out our guidebook and just read what it has to say for you. The Priestess of the Harvest gazes at an ear of corn with great reverence and appreciation for the sacred sustenance. The cause, the seeds, along with the effect, the nourishing food, coexist right in her hands, a tribute to the bounty and blessings of Mother Earth. The priestess knows that her own efforts and intentions are part of the ongoing abundance that nature provides. When you receive this card, you are being put on notice that your harvest is coming. There is a project or goal to which you have devoted much effort and attention, and you are about to reap the rewards. Wow. You have planted your intentions with care and taken the action needed to tend the seeds and cause them to thrive. So if you haven't already seen the fruits of your labor growing in your life, be aware of the potential bountiful results about to come your way. And if there is some work yet to be done, consider the best course of action and make that a priority. Remember too, the simultaneity of cause and effect, even as you are... so remember, cause and effect are simultaneous. Yeah, that's going back to like the seeds and the plants, or the seeds and the food. Even as you are harvesting the blessings of past actions, you are planting the seeds of future outcomes. So as you ready yourself for the coming harvest, also know that your sacred appreciation for the gifts you're receiving will be seeding the energetic fields with even more joyous results. And for the Divine Masculine card here, we have, this is a card of Osiris. I just did an Osiris reading recently. I picked a card in my shorts, actually, with Osiris. Master of Resurrection. If this pile is really resonating with you, especially like the Osiris aspect of it, I was definitely picking up like a gold and ancient Egypt vibe from pile 1. Your light, it's almost like it's like, like pulsating, and the color that I got was like a deep shimmering gold, and it was like dripping. Where did we leave off here? This is the card of Osiris, Master of Resurrection. He heralds a time of active creative energy in your life. I was just about to say, this pile here, your energy and like your light is very, it has a masculine element to it in the sense that it is very active. It chases, it tends to the seed. It doesn't chase so much in that, there's some element of like what's yours just belongs to you and is coming to you and you're open to receiving it. But you nourish the seeds that you plant, and that's like the chase for you. He fuses his own inner light with the powerful and eternal vibration of I was about to say eternal, but the book says universal, and it's almost like universal. Things that are universal. Okay, so let's see here. He fuses his own inner light with the powerful and eternal vibration of universal consciousness, being newly empowered in every cell and every thought. I was just about to say, I was about to say I was mixing up universal and eternal there, and I was going to say universal consciousness is eternal, but it says that before. The hawk that sits on his shoulders has a strong life force and intense energy. This is, your energy. This card indicates that you are entering this field of expansive energy at this time. In flight, the hawk has great vision and the ability to communicate with the spirit of creation. You certainly, this is all you. This is all you. And you are definitely co-creating with creation. You're co-creating with creation right now. And I just noticed here, it's almost like I'm noticing all this white here and like the white here. It's like source is flowing into your cup and creating foundation for you and like, really activating you. And like over here, there's a white skirt. Like source is your foundation. And I think, if you relate to that, you probably relate to, there was a period in your life, especially probably in early life, where you felt ungrounded a lot because you were maybe subconsciously reaching to source all the time, or like, I guess what I'm really picking up on is like you've figured out ways to ground yourself in your spirituality, and like your spirituality is innate and natural for you to be like interested in and involved in, and it's almost like destined, and it makes you feel whole. And you've found ways though to like ground yourself in it, and that's empowering you. And in being able to connect better with your spirituality, you are able to connect better with yourself, and the more you connect better with yourself, you can connect better to spirit. And like it's just like a turtles all the way down situation. And like the more you connect to yourself and the more you connect to spirit, the more you connect with like the all, the one, the nothing. Like this is a very powerful pile. And I'm just noticing too, this wall here, like it looks like the ocean, even though it's like vertical like a wall. Like there's like a shoreline and it looks like she's standing on like sand. And I'm being reminded too, because it says the hawk that sits on his shoulders has a strong life force and intense energy. I did like a series of like Isis, Osiris, Anubis. It was a whole series of pick a cards, and Horus was in that series along with Osiris. And I'm feeling like both of those readings in my shorts. You may like find information for you that's really relevant to your journey in those readings. They're in my shorts. This card indicates that you are entering this field of expansive energy at this time. In flight, the hawk has great vision and the ability to communicate with the spirit of creation. And this is an important message for you. You are moving into a time of great creative and productive energy. So let yourself consider what project or activity is calling your soul. Whether it's a new business, a novel, or a work of art, now is the time to focus on this type of endeavor. Your own resonance vibrates with an absolutely electric connection with universal inspiration and accelerated action. Your own resonance vibrates with an absolutely electric connection. You're inspired by the universe right now, and you are highly motivated. Like, even on the days that you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, you wake up wanting a nap. You know, Spirit is like instilling within you the energy to pounce on what it is that's yours. And I just heard, like, it's yours for the taking. Like, it's literally there for you. It's like you're just clearing the path to make your way to it. It's what's yours is there. And, you know, there's definitely this energy about you, like you're going after what's yours. You know what's yours, you know what you want, you know what's yours, and you're here to come and get it. You're here you're here to come and get it, and then if anybody else has it, you're here to take it, I guess. But it doesn't really have that vibe to it. It's not like a... It's more like... It's more... The vibe is not... The vibe isn't really like, I'm going to push anybody out of the spot. The vibe is more like, no... The vibe is more like, nobody is cut out for my path like I am. Nobody can be me. Only I am me. You know, you have, like, a path to walk, and you're made for that path. That's the sort of vibe it's like. So it's like, you know, if you're not going to let anything stop you to getting to what you know is rightfully yours, get you to your dreams. Like, if anybody is in that spot, they're there unjustly as far as this situation is concerned. You know, I'm just getting the vibe of, like, someone that's, like, unrightfully in a throne, and then someone has to, like, come and claim, like, what's rightfully theirs, you know, in that scenario. But everything about this pile is very pure. I do want to make that very clear. And also, I don't think I said this because I did talk about, like, the white being, for me, just acknowledgement of Spirit's presence, and also I noticed the white, like, you know, ascends up the back of this man. It's like Spirit has been a spine for you. Spirit has been, oh man, Spirit has been what has given you a backbone. Spirit has been, like, what stood you back up, what erected you, okay, what resurrected you. Oh, jeez. And what I was gonna say there is your pile is like, oh my gosh, it's your pile's light, okay? It's dripping like honey. It's colored like honey. It's gold. It's shimmering. And I wanted to say, this here, this gold here, and this gold behind her, that's very similar to what it's like. And you also have, like, your energy. This blue captures your energy very well, you know, and maybe there's tinges of that in your light as well, but your energy is very regal, luxurious, intentional, wise, deep. And let's pull some additional messages just for fun to answer the question, what does your light look like? So let's see. Okay, so we have the letter B. You, like, really, you have, like, your light, like, the depth, there's a depth to the hues of your gold. There's a depth to the teal in your energy. Okay, and it's like, I pulled out 543 AD. Okay, maybe that is specifically important to you, but really what I was picking up on, and maybe you can look up, you know, that specific year and see if there's any revelations in that to be had, but really what I was poking. I cannot talk with you guys. Oh my goodness. You know, I'm really picking up that you guys help people pick up the pieces. You guys help people, you know, it's almost like symbolically, it's like, not literally, but I mean figuratively, and then literally because figuratively. Okay, you know, in an emotional sense you do this, in a spiritual sense you do this. Not literally in a physical sense, but you are like a necromancer. You know, you bring people back from the dead, and my voice really cracked there. Like, you really do. You really bring people back from the dead, and you, like, you know, breathe life into things and people. And the next thing that I actually pulled was spirit. You know, you are like one with spirit, and because of that, it's like when people meet you, they're meeting spirit. Okay? It's really intense, very spooky, very uncanny, and it's jarring to experience, to be honest with you. And you might like make people like well up in tears from inspiration I'm getting. You may notice that like when you're talking to people, they may like well up with tears because like they're so inspired. We have more quiet. You may require more silence at this time. Spirit may be asking you to be more quiet at this time. And we have train. You are transforming, and you're like, I just heard like locomotive relocation, and it's like heavy on the loco. Okay. Like locomotive. Okay. I just heard, you know, I just heard the intro to Ozzy Osbourne's, is it called Crazy Train? I don't know. But the laugh on that, and you know, when I was a kid, I was growing up in this town that was known almost exclusive. It was known for like a couple of things, but one of the things it was known for was being a circus town. Like it was known for being a circus town. Okay, like it had a very prominent circus, and the circus hosted stuff for the town, and the town, you know, it was known for the circus. And I think the circus maybe even traveled, but I don't know because I was so young. But you know, really what I'm getting though is like you transform, like, okay guys, I'm just gonna say it how I channeled it, but I just heard you transform bat, S-H-I-T, crazy things, and also it's like you do it, hold on, your light is like just very deep and transformative, and like people feel like, what is the word, it's like visceral. Your intensity and like your depth and your capacity to transform is visceral. Like you know, sorry, you're just really intense. You know, when you like interact with spirit, oh my gosh, my crown chakra is like crazy right now. You guys, maybe you're definitely interacting with spirit, and you have like spirits around you that you interact with regularly. I know that for certain. And your crown chakra is very open and active, and you have like high and low vibrational beings around you. Okay, like you may feel like you have to constantly do protection prayers, or like constantly alchemize, or constantly cut energetic cords. And one of the reasons for that is, despite the intensity and depth to your light, it's like a lighthouse, which is why, you know, So I'll just say, like, you see the depths of the things that you do, you experience the depths of the things that you do. So, Spirit, what else do you have to say for Pile 1? Any final messages for Pile 1 on what their light appears like to others? Okay, and sorry if the, like, perspective is a little bit different because I just got a knock on the door but no one was there. It, to me, is just a confirmation of, like, you definitely interact with spirit and have spirit around you, like, interacting with you. You probably notice, like, lights flickering, things in your peripheral, like full apparitions, but when you go to look at them, they're missing. You definitely get visited, especially in certain locations, and maybe even certain locations within your home. You are visited by, like, you're visited psychically by spirits. So let's go over these last messages from Spirit about what your light looks like. I was just reading one of the messages. This is so you, Pile 1. To others. So what your light looks like to others, we have look in the mirror to see shadows. If you really want to see the monster and slay it, then you have to look in the mirror. We have requires steadfast determination, and this is no problem for you, Pile 1, okay? As we talked about earlier, and as your card reads, you are electric. You have active power. You plant and harvest. You plant, nurture, and harvest. This is no problem for you. And lastly, we have plot. It's all part of the plot. Oh, we have one more here. Oh, finding it. Oh my goodness. And you know what I just noticed? Pile 1. We have 4, 4, 8. It's like you take things that were pieces and you make them whole again. You know, like the story of Osiris was he was, I'm new to YouTube, so I don't know what all is permitted, but he was unalived by his brother, actually, and dismembered and, like, scattered throughout Egypt, and Isis, along with some others that were close to her, gathered his parts and, you know, resurrected him. But he was the, you know, ruler of the underworld after that. And this card's talking about, it's crazy because I didn't know, you know, when I got this deck that it was going to have these cards in this way. But Divine Masculine here is representing Osiris, and that's 8, which is, like, you know, I'm running into, like, issues where I don't know what I can say, but it feels like just like the Truman Show, like a block wall. But okay, I'm feeling compelled to honestly just grab, like, one more. Let's just do one more pool just real fast. We have emulation. So, like, you may you may have looked to others for a long time to emulate, but I'm getting the sense that at one point that kind of didn't serve you anymore, okay? And you're stepping into this, you know, divine masculine energy. Everybody has divine energy, or, you know, I don't know if everybody has, I won't say that, but what I was going to say is those who are divine, okay? So if you're here, those who are divine, and this message resonates for you, you know, everybody will have divine masculine and feminine. That's what I'm trying to get to. Everybody's gonna have divine masculine and feminine, and, like, in an ideal scenario, you are balanced. Okay, so this may be, like, balancing this out, or you just stepping into a power. We also have tell me more. I think you have people clinging on to, like, you know, the edge of their seats, really kind of waiting to see what the fruit is. What it is that you've planted. Because they know you've been nurturing seeds, and they're like, what is that seed? We also have the 1940s here. It's making me actually think of, like, wartime era. We have hair here, and that was making me think of the crown chakra again and your access to spirit, and that's just confirmed by it being plopped down by spirit. This is so interesting because I was gonna wonder when these were gonna come out. Okay, so I made these just over time, and I included some tarot readers that I watched actually, and I was like, I wonder if like these will ever make their way out, or like how they're gonna make their way out. But we have a tarot reader here that I watch on occasion, at Nene. I think her page may be like, I'm not actually sure, you guys, but I watch her quite often. She's like really enjoyable, and I think it's called like the Southern Psychic or something similar to that, but it's at Nene. We also have address. So I think this involved like, you know, you really transform your personal space. Ooh. And we have course correction. So, okay, that was quite a bit of narrative, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. That was unexpected, but your light is gold. Okay? Your light is very gold. It's dripping. It's oozing. It's like succulent. People want to taste of it. You know, they want to put their finger in it. They want to like get underneath it like a slushy machine. They want to step into it like a waterfall and take a shower in it. Like your water. And that's interesting. I didn't mean to say that, but maybe it's like your emotions. Your emotional space, and you are like a master magician. Like I'm literally getting the image of someone like in a temple with like all these different tools, and they're a specialist, and they might work alone, and maybe they have an apprentice, and there's like bowls for you to like grind things in, and yeah, you're just a master at what you do. There's no questioning that. Like you are. Words are failing me for you, Pile 1. Okay, you're very grand. You're like, your regal is like kind of a boring way to put it. But Pile 1, I hope that was enlightening for you. If it was, don't forget to leave a like, your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe if you aren't already. And I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. Today we are answering the question, what does your light look like? I can already tell that your light is very gentle. Even in the ways that it is stern, it is very gentle. And so for your cards, we have the 11th card in this deck, Opening Heart, Deep Connections, Water Blessings. And we also have the number 23, Shamanic Journey, Purpose, Attunement, Vision Quest. And I just heard for your Pile 2, all that is not mine does not belong to me. And I think you are, it might be even upsetting your system and upsetting other systems. Upsetting others, OTHERS system, and other systems. Okay, it may just be disturbing the environment around you, but your intentions are pure, and that's what that's your through line. So this is a new deck for me. I did want to pull the guidebook out and read from that for you. 23 may be a significant number to you. Horses may be significant to you. Scotland or Ireland, they may be something significant to you. And the number 11 or 1111, 111, your birthday may be on February 3rd, 23 as the day, 11 as the day, January 1st, November. But, so your first card reads, the Mermaid Priestess of the Ocean holds out a hand, calling your attention to your right, the future, and your many upcoming opportunities for connection. Her other hand is held over the heart center, as this card portends important relationships on many levels. The first is the potential for a deeply intimate romantic love. Your soul longs to connect, so allow yourself to release any resistance and open your heart to trust. The next is the kinship of friends and loved ones who truly resonate with your higher desires and beliefs. The family of your soul brings support and joy that help expand your consciousness in amazing directions, including the energetic realms. The rolling waters of the sea represent the profound presence of spirit and the depth of the connections you can now make with the vast spiritual world around you. These heart-to-heart communications can be life-changing, so let yourself be open to receiving the powerful waves of inspiration and guidance coming your way. On a literal level, this card may speak of bodies of water in your experience and environment. You may soon find yourself traveling by or over water for personal or professional reasons. Your residence or workplace may be relocating near water, or you may begin a relationship with someone who is similarly situated. Remember, whenever you are near water, let yourself absorb the magic of its energy and the power of its spirit. Offer prayers of thanks for the life force of water that always nurtures your earthly existence. And moving to the 23rd card there. Pile 2, your light is like a sea foam. You know, it's pastel deep. A deep pastel sea foam green. A deep pastel blue. These are the hues of your light. This radiant shamanic priestess rides the wind horse before the full moon, heralding a sacred time for you, one that can lead you into great personal healing and radical transformation. A literal or metaphorical journey awaits you, unearthing such profound wisdom, your life may never be the same. If you wonder what your true purpose is, now is the time to open up and receive. The white feathers of the priestess's headdress are a symbol of spirit, a message about freedom from the mundane world. The pursuit of spiritual matters may be where your greatest purpose lies, and the expression of your spirit's value and power may come in the form of shamanic practices like healing, ceremony, and psychic vision. Let yourself look first to this side of you, for it could reveal the core purpose from which all other intentions and activities grow. So you're being asked to, look to your sea foam green light, look to your pastel blue light, these deep pastels, look to your heart space, look to spirit. And the core of yourself is being revealed, the closer you come to these things. The antler in the priestess's left hand is a symbol of higher connection. Since a young deer regularly sheds its antlers, the message here is to take some time to learn what old perceptions need to be shed for your own growth and higher purpose. Attune to the voice of your higher self and don't be afraid to let go, for the promise of new opportunities and expanded perceptions is clear. These new approaches will illuminate your passage in your vision quest. You deserve to devote yourself to your own soul's evolution. Meditate on your purpose and envision the inner and outer journeys that will bring you greater attunement. Once you prioritize this process, your purpose will be fulfilled in magical and even miraculous ways. And you guys, I've been thinking of miracles so much. It is definitely the energy of this pile is the energy of miracle and believing in miraculous things. And there was something specifically that just said that. Oh, bring you greater. Meditate on your purpose and envision the inner and outer journeys that will bring you greater attunement. Okay, I have a list right here. For example, daily task. Okay, I named it daily task for darlings because I didn't want it to be so boring and just be like stuff I have to do every day. List the stuff I have to do every day. So I named it something fun, daily task for darlings. I wanted it to be engaging and you may be really tapping into your inner child right now, okay? And it's not just about right now, it's about remaining connected to this. It's just you may be reconnecting, remembering. But on the note of, attunement and visualizing the journeys that get you to where you're going, you want to go, where you want to be, maybe you should make your daily task for darlings list. Mine looks like wake up, do visualization and protection work, have tea and water and OJ, meditate, do yoga, do breath work. If I get the chance every day, it's really nice to do barefoot grounding practices. out in the yard, and I just take my cats on a walk in the yard and, you know, let them do their thing. Also, I think it's important to get cleaned every day and dressed up, because physical hygiene is spiritual hygiene. And you know, obviously if you need a break, get that break in. It's okay to rest, and it's important to rest. So you know, discernment is something that is very relevant to you, pile 2. You know, I'm hearing the song The Last Unicorn by America, and it's the theme song for the movie The Last Unicorn. And I'm still trying to make my way through that movie, but I've actually watched it twice. It's just the first time I like watched it in the background, so I would miss like who was saying what, and I missed scenes, and then I restarted it last night and I only watched like 15 minutes in until I fell asleep, but I stopped it there and I'll pick it back up later. But anyways, that song is coming through for you, pile 2. You know, the feeling is like you instill like disbelief in others, disbelief about the magic of your love, disbelief about just the magic of you, of your existence, like of you being possible. And you know, it's almost like people don't believe something like you can exist, and then you can be even right in front of them and they won't see you for the unicorn that you are. You know, in that movie, the unicorn like lives in a forest, okay, and it's like it's the last unicorn, as the title suggests. And you know, there's this Red Bull that has been sent by the king to run all the unicorns out of the forest and like to the shoreline and like into the water, okay, like killing them off essentially. And there's like one unicorn left, and they didn't even know that they were the last unicorn until someone came into the forest to tell them, because the unicorns don't normally leave the forest, okay? They stay inside of their forest because anything outside of the forest is like so dangerous, it's deadly. Like their life is on the line and people want to hunt them and stuff. So this last unicorn though has to leave this forest where they're totally safe and everything is eternally spring, and you know, everything's perfect and beautiful, and it's the place where the unicorn lives, so it's very special and like magical in this. But it has to leave that to go into the dangerous world where its life is on the line to try and save all the unicorns. And in doing that, it leaves behind its stability, its safety, everything it knows, everything it has to protect it, but it's going towards everything that's there for it. It's almost like there's nothing in the forest if none of the other unicorns are there. Like if this unicorn is alone, it's almost like there's nothing in the forest. I'm hearing like if a tree how's the saying go? It's like if a tree falls down in the woods and there's no one around to hear it, does it make a sound? It's like, of course it makes a sound, but there's no one to hear it, so there's no one to acknowledge it. And it's like, of course you exist in all of your magic, but you need to be witnessed, and you need to be witnessed by those who are like you, because those are the only ones who can witness you. And what I was getting to earlier was like, you know, you may be standing in front of people and they don't even witness you in all your magic until it's too late for them to actually have a chance to grasp at you. It's too late. Like in this movie, you know, when people are witnessing this unicorn as it's leaving the forest, they think they're just witnessing like a really beautiful mare, because its horn disappears. They can't see the horn. Like if you're not a unicorn and you're not from the forest, you can't see the horn. You only see the horse. And like that's reminding me too of like, there's a scene in that movie where the unicorn was put into like this traveling circus by like this black magic witch figure, and like you know, forest hag sort of figure, and they were trapped in this circus. And because no one else can see that it's a unicorn, even if the witch knew it was a unicorn, no one else can see it's a unicorn. She tapes like this fake horn on it and like says it's a unicorn so that everybody can see it, but what they're seeing is like a fake horn. And like, you know, people may try to take ownership of this loving energy, and like it's very intoxicating, and like it makes you feel really full and stuffed, and people want that to themselves, and like they may try to contain it or own it, and some may even try to profit off of it. But let's pull some additional messages for you. And just real quick, because this is coming to me, like your light is very like diffused. It's very soft, and my bowl that I keep my papers in was kind of like, it kind of made a tone there. But let me pull some extra messages here and just see what any beings of love and light have to say. You make people like feel really, ooh, you really trigger, your light really triggers people, pile too. Like you make people feel jealous. They don't, I don't know, it's almost like they don't want others to like have access to you if it's not through them, but they don't really want you to have access, they don't really want people to have access to you at all. But it's like if they do have access to you, it's in this contained manner, it's in this controlled manner, it's like in a displayed way. So we have here ENTJ, and more than that may be specific, it may be energetic, so strategic and logical. You may have, and that's bringing me back to discernment. You may have had to like really step into your discernment over the years and learn how to be discerning. There may have been a point in your life where you didn't even know what that was. We have requires consistency and effort. It's like it takes a lot of effort to be you. And I get the feeling too as well, oh man, my stomach is like churning. You may have really like been torn apart, torn down over the years. Like people really tried to just take pieces out of you, I'm hearing. Oh, and we have here blessing thief. I was holding that in my hand as I was talking about that, but so because of that, that's what's, you know, you've had to consistently and with effort come time and time again back to your heart, because the way that people have treated you and the way that life has kind of treated you and just the things you've seen, the things that you've been through, and just those things have been opportunities or doorways for you to step away from your heart space. And every time you came back, you never stepped away from your heart space ever. You're very loyal and pure, and I just brought out here keepsake, so you may be like very sentimental, someone who, you know, puts meaning into things. And I'm hearing this song, but I don't know what it's like. I don't know what that is though. We also have 444. You are a foundation for others. We have illegal coming out, and I like have been literally jamming so hard to Pink Pantheress's Illegal. And I don't know why, but whenever that came out, I was actually singing in my head Liar by Pink Pantheress. But that's actually not even a song that I like think is one of her better songs. I don't even listen to that song. But that's the song I was singing, so maybe that's relevant. Discovery and recovery effort. You know, I think that goes into that consistency and effort discussion we had earlier about people tearing you down and things tearing you down being opportunities for you to walk away from your heart space, but you never did. And these doodles here, I love this like paper so much, but these doodles here remind me of doodles I used to make all over the edge of my high school papers, specifically my freshman year, because it's the only year that I was in person in high school. And anytime I didn't leave my name on the paper, the teacher or whoever was passing like our papers back would know it was me, mostly the teacher. Like they would be like, if it didn't have the name on it, they would be like, can I see it? And if it had flowers on it, they would be like, oh, that's blah blah blah's paper. This means to me though that this journey for you has been something you've been aware of, like really since you've reached awareness. Since you've reached awareness, you know that connecting with your heart and having purpose and being in attunement with a higher vision is your path. We also have task here. You know, I feel like you are on a mission. You know, that's the energy. And we have hovering here. I think this comes out, you know, when I wrote hovering, I was actually thinking of more like monitoring spirits, and that's true. Okay, for you know this is true because you've had to do the consistency and effort and reach discernment and like, you know, protect yourself and do all this stuff. So you know there's people around you who like have their eyes on you and maybe even are doing evil eye, like but we don't want to focus on them. What I'm actually getting though here with hovering is like your angels are around you. Your angels are surrounding you, I'm hearing. So yeah, pile 2. that is what we have for you today. If that was helpful, definitely leave a like and your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe if you don't already, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. Today we are answering the question, what does your light look like to others? So for your pile, we have the 21st card in this deck and the 6th card in this deck. The 21st card reads, Guide the Illuminated Path. And we also have here on the 6th card, Angelic Assistance, Divine Guidance, Loving Support. And because this is a new deck for me, I did want to read from the guidebook, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that out now, read the descriptions from it, kind of get into your energy and any psychic messages that come through, and then we will pull some additional messages at the end. So let's jump into it. Okay, so for the first card we have the Priestess Guide. On this card illuminates the path ahead with her right hand, the hand of action. On her left, the side of receiving, a wolf offers her guidance as well. This card is about your personal path, encouraging a deeper awareness of the choices coming up in your life. The wolf is a symbol of strength and freedom, and this is the core of the message on this card. You are free to create the path that lies before you, and you have the strength to see it through, no matter which one you may take. It's time to seek the wisdom of your own inner guide. Meditate and ask if a new or different direction regarding business, family, or personal matters is called for. Then muster up the courage and self-trust to take the necessary steps forward. This card could indicate the coming of a new teacher into your life. It may be someone who advises you in a specific personal arenas, such as education, nutrition, or finances. Or it could be someone who pursues a more spiritual path. Let yourself be open to the guidance and inspiration such new teachers can bring. Together with the wisdom of your own inner voice, you will find the path before you becoming illuminated, and you will be ready to take your next steps with the clarity and purpose your eternal life deserves. On the second card, Angelic Assistance, we have this tender-hearted, smiling angel brings you a message of encouragement and support. Heavenly light emanates from her heart and hands, and the brilliance of divine consciousness shines down from above to the top of her head. This vibrating resonance of healing and loving power is all around you, brought by the angels who long to assist you in every area of your life. If you have never turned to the angels before, now is the time to start. They are a very real presence in the world, and they can exert a significant influence on your life. If you have a problem that needs resolving or a project that needs some inspiration, the angels can help you there. Whether you're working on a physical issue or a difficult relationship, the angels bring clarity and healing. So stop resisting and open up to their very real power. Invite them to walk with you through your day. Ask for their guidance, energy, and joyous resolutions. Then let yourself stop and take a moment to receive. You'll be amazed by the healing, peace, and inspiration that comes your way. You know, your energy, Pile 3, it's almost like an iridescent jelly. Or your light is like an iridescent jelly. Okay, like iridescent, like it's clear. It's crystal clear. You are, probably very receptive to spirit. I mean, highly receptive. And it's rainbow in the way that you can absorb anything, be anything, like give anything and receive anything. You're capable of anything, internally and externally, within and without, and consciously and subconsciously, and consciously and unconsciously. I'm getting for your Pile 3, there may have been like an extended period in your childhood where you were unaware, like for like 3 weeks or 3 months, like a really long time. You were unaware if you were dreaming, or you were like pretty sure you were just dreaming that whole time. And I'm also getting, this is reminding me actually of a memory I have, and maybe this is just relevant to your memory, but I have a memory one time of jumping on the couch as a child, and I was bouncing like repeatedly, and one of the times that I went up, I just like remained in the air and I was flying for a second. And this was a very real experience, and I was totally awake during this, and only had it happen like that one time that I can very
strongly remember. And I remember after it happened, you know, when it happened, I wasn't scared. I was delighted, and like I was also like very still emotionally. Like I wasn't like in the magic, but also I was just like calm in knowing. Like it's almost like I just knew that this could happen. And like after it did happen, I was like waiting on it to happen again, or like waiting for it to return, or like waiting for the miracle to like show its face again. And that just makes me wonder, you know, if you're here, you're probably someone who has had to deal with, you know, a lot of psychic attacks, spiritual attacks, emotional attacks, physical attacks. Like you've dealt with attacks in every way possible. Like you've been on the shamanic journey since you were a baby. And those things like that, where we like take flight as children in a modern society, it's easy to go overlooked with all the commotion of day-to-day lives. And like, you know, adults with the pace of today's world, I don't remember telling like any adults, and if I did, it was likely in my household that they just brushed it off, and you know, there was no seriousness considered about it. And oh, I forgot what I was gonna say there. Oh yeah, it just makes me think, you know, about like I'm thinking about times when I forget what it was called. There was like a name for it, like Pueblo. I don't know why Pueblo is coming to mind, but there's a southwestern, I don't know if it was ancient, but it was an early civilization. It may be ancient, but it was an early southwestern civilization, and they like had these clay, I guess, you know, like homes in the canyons and whatnot, and like their roofs would be in the tops of their homes. So that's not totally relevant, except for like me trying to describe to you this place that I can't remember the name of. And what I'm really trying to get at is like, imagine, you know, those instances when children are taking flight back when times were, you know, not so fast. Okay, life wasn't so fast. Maybe life was like maybe horrendously slow, and you know, maybe 30 years felt like 100 years, and in a bad way. Like it was laborious, like it was 100 years, and just time was slow because time was dense. And like, yeah, but imagine like, you know, witnessing that back then. You know, there was almost no space for denying it, and magic was maybe more there was a time when maybe magic was more witnessable. I don't know, and why all that's coming up, but you know, and maybe what I'm actually getting is like, it's less witnessable now, but like that's not hindering you from witnessing it in its entirety right this very moment. And people you're like witnessing something forbidden, or like witnessing forbidden knowledge, or like witnessing something, you know, you are like something unmelting out of a glacier, because there's something so primal, and like there's something just very primal to you. People pick up on this. I mean, you know, your energy is a primal energy. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, and you activate like primal energy in others. You awaken people. Okay, so let us pull some final... Oh, and you know, pile three, you are definitely an earth angel, and I'm getting, you know, both of these women here have healing hands. You are a healer, your hands heal, and also you embody healing. And you know, you emit healing. You receive and emit healing to others. You're like a vessel for healing from source, and you share this with others. You're like an earth angel, a saint, and you know, saint reincarnated, and an angel reincarnate. Okay, an angel in the flesh. And I'm getting like the image of the butterfly here. Okay, like you have transformed yourself into something you've transformed any ounce of darkness into light. You've transmuted all around you and all within you. Anything that touches you is transformed. You're very humble, and I'm getting like you have a vow of like, you are interested in like, vows of, I'm getting like a vow of like simplicity, or like you don't appreciate excess, or like excess okay, how can I say this? So it's like you like things to be purposeful, and like excess feels like waste. But let's jump into your messages that we got here. We have being, you know, you feel otherworldly, and people objectify you because you are so mystical, and like because you are a mystical figure, and a very mystical figure at that, you become mystified. We have initiation. You know, you initiate people, and you've been initiated. You remain in spiritual initiation. Like, I'm getting like your whole life will be like spiritual initiation, and you will inevitably initiate others that, you know, meet and greet you along your path. We have 3, 2, 1 here, but I was actually holding it upside down. You know, you help people course correct and bring themselves back home. You help people bring things back home. We have Princess and the Frog, and I'm getting this song that she sings in that where it's like, she says, I'm almost there. And, you know, you give people angelic assurance. We have Hermit here. Your isolation may be like very important for your own health. Marble. You are like a work of art, and at that, you know, a work of fine art, a work of classical art, and also a work in progress. You know, I'm getting in, you know, it's coming to me in memory that I think it was Michelangelo, whoever painted like the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, I think it was. That took like 16 years. You know, great works of art, they don't happen overnight, and you know, it doesn't appear, it isn't born so quickly. You know, birth doesn't happen in the blink of an eye. It takes all the time it takes for realistically, like, how long do you want to go? You want to go back pre-birth? You want to go back pre your own birth? But it takes all the time it takes for you to be born. All the time it takes for you to grow up, meet your partner, fall in love, conceive, 9 months to hold the baby, and then however long it takes to literally be in labor. Like, it you know, birth isn't short in duration, and like in invisible ways, it has no ends to the duration. So it's like, you know, that's why initiation, it lasts forever. And we have April here. For final messages, we have I Don't Play With My Time, Pebble Mosaic. You know, you are comprised of very many different components, and every single one of them is rock solid. There isn't a crack to you. You know, in that marble statue that you are, there is 0 cracks to it. Streamline your efforts. That's something you're being asked to do, okay? And this is something Spirit wants you to know, a message for you. Holy Spirit clipped their wings, removed their gifts. So this can be something, a situation that you're dealing with, a person that you're dealing with, or it can discuss the figures that sort of come to you to receive healing. We also have here Not Easily Impressed. You have high standards, pile 3. We also have I Only See You, Year 0. You know, that's just making me think like you take people back to the beginning of time. You're almost like a time traveler, and you transport and teleport people to different timelines, including future timelines, including ancient timelines. You connect people to the information and the abundance that these timelines have to offer. Miscalculated. People may really miscalculate you, you know, as a personality because of your grace and your stance. And when you look like this, someone who is a predator might look at you and think you're easily prey. The last message that we have here is you bring healing to others, and that is the focus of your message. If we were to get any other color, like other than clear, jelly, iridescent, I would give your light color a pale yellow.
Very beautiful, pile 3. So that is what we have for you today. If that was helpful, do not forget to leave a like so it finds others. That really helps my channel grow. And leave your thoughts in the comments below if you'd like to, and subscribe so I can see you around here again. For now though, bye.